The WAGS Miami reunion special is coming up right now. Astrid, you seem like you have a little crush on Claudia. Have you ever hooked up? Are you dating?
It did sound maleficent.
Malicious.
Malicious.
What?
Is this an open relationship?
Do we have, No, right? What are you thinking?
She doesn't have a ring, so what is she talking about?
Well, actually,
Of the you've done? Girl, you need Jesus.
Astrid, damn, I'm trying to give you compliments and you can't even take them. Just be quiet for a second.
of course he's gonna tell you lies.
You are selling vagina.
You're on the street, because you're on the street.
What?
okay?
What, bitch? Shut the up before you get your ass slammed.
That's the lowest thing that could ever come
Do
out
you
of
remember
your
what
mouth.
you said
what did you
before?
say?
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the WAGS Miami reunion show. I'm your host, Tiki Barber. Now, I've been a huge fan of this show from the very beginning. I know this world. I know some of the players. I actually played with one of the players. Now, season 1 wrapped up, and the fans have a lot of questions for you guys. What we want to know is what really happened on and off camera. But before we dish on what happened last season, let's get caught up on what's going on with all of you all. Ashley? Wedding plans? How are they coming?
Yes. Well, I'm definitely a little bit overwhelmed. It's a lot to do. I'm right now thinking about doing a destination wedding. I really want to have just like close family and friends there. I just want to get away.
Claudia?
Hello. I have actually just been supporting Julius in Green Bay with the kids. The whole family's up there now for the football season.
What do they say to you at the games?
Oh, we're in the box upstairs, so.
Oh, so you're big time.
Winning in the game of life.
Matisha,
Yeah,
dating?
yeah, there's someone special in my life.
Is he an athlete?
Well, yeah, he plays baseball.
Is he?
Uh-oh, you're getting too much into details now.
I am just asking the question. At the very least, just tell me a
Okay,
team.
he played last season for LA Dodgers.
Where is he at this season?
We don't know yet.
She doesn't want to jinx it.
All right. Astrid,
I'm in grad school, finishing my master's.
what are you studying?
I'm doing my master's in speech pathology and communication disorders.
Tell me the communication disorders that you guys have here.
Oh my goodness. I'm not trying to diagnose
It's what you got to do for a
It's
living.
more psychological disorders than communication disorders here. But I do feel like I experienced some sort of bipolar behaviors throughout the season.
Okay. Darnell, you had a very compelling story. On the last episode, you said you were swearing off athletes. Where are you right now?
I'm in an amazing space. Like, I feel really good. And swearing off athletes, I mean, you never know what happens, but I know I'll be a lot more cautious this time.
Hensha,
Yes.
is Archie still in the picture?
Yeah, he's here. He just got traded to a new team. But I'm seeking my options. I'm swimming right now. And I have somebody in mind.
And?
He's European. He plays soccer. He plays for one of the best teams in the world, and that's it.
So wait, are you done with Archie then?
I'm not done, but if you're slow stepping, I can't slow step.
All right. The WAGS world has its own rules and hierarchies. Let's find out a little bit about the rules of being a WAG.
Being a wife is the ultimate goal. Just to get a ring, you gotta play by the rules.
I've had 3 breast augmentations. I might get them done again. I think maybe 4 times.
No way.
These are still charm for me.
Woo! Make me glamour. You always have to look good.
Always support your man, because if you don't, somebody else will.
Make sure that house smells good, food smells good, smells good. You gotta keep him interested. He can't be looking somewhere else. He gotta stay focused.
You want to see the sexy walk? Hey, baby.
We FaceTime when I'm in the shower, and I don't know what he's doing while I'm taking the shower.
Every time I'm drinking and I'll start texting Mike, I send him that little peach emoji and the eggplant. He knows what that means.
You all seem very focused on pleasing your men, but there's got to be other rules. What are the other rules?
Well, you heard it. Support, cook, clean.
Ashley, lap dances?
Oh yeah, that's like normal. I mean, I don't think that just because they're an athlete that we have to do something extra. You know what I mean? I think if he was a bus driver, like I would love him the same way.
Are you sure?
But to that,
Would you date a bus driver right now?
Yeah, would you date a bus driver? Don't be looking at the table. The table ain't asking you a question.
My point is, I'm not gonna do something extra because of his career. Yeah.
But what are there any other things that you
Well,
have
I don't
to
live
do
by rules. I break
in
all
order
them
to be a-
hoes. So
Amen.
Are you breaking hoes?
I'm breaking all them hoes in.
Since you bring that up, like you guys know in the world of WAGs, athletes get lots of women.
Side bitches.
How do you keep them from getting sucked into that?
I think that you have to just trust your man and trust your relationship and know that he's going to be able to not tempt himself.
So what happens if he does?
If he does,
If he does, what are you going to do?
I'm not going to do anything because hopefully he's going to appreciate what you have to offer and he's not going to make you look crazy.
What about you, Tiki? Have you been tempted before?
Yeah.
I'm not in the game anymore.
When you
Well,
were
when
in the
you
game,
were,
what did
yeah.
you do? What did your wife do?
I was easy. This isn't about me, by the way.
It was
This
easy.
is about you guys.
What you mean easy?
All right, I'm gonna move on from this. Everything you read is a lie. In the WAG world, having good friends you can trust is so important. But like all relationships, it has its ups and downs. Let's take a look.
I hang out with a lot of wives and girlfriends, other WAGs. It is a small community. And so in that, we do confide in each other.
Tisha's my sister. She's not even my friend. I'll anything up for her. Like, that's my blood, you know? I appreciate our friendship because it's like a relationship. You're actually one of the only people that I consider my family.
Right.
But sometimes your best friend can be your worst enemy. Like, I put everybody in a bad situation because I had your back. Like, I turned into a weapon. And you were the cause of it yesterday.
We have each other's back. We're there for each other, you know, through the thick and the thin. I was wondering if you wanted to be a bridesmaid. Really? Yeah. Hell yeah, let's be a bridesmaid. We as women, as WAGs, have to stick together.
Hi, girl, Wait! I tried. It's okay. No! It's okay.
These hoes keep fighting. Simmer down.
Welcome back to the WAGs Miami reunion show. Throughout the season, it seemed like Claudia was the center of a lot of conflict because everybody thought that she acted like she was a cut above the rest. Let's take a look.
The definition of a perfect patty would have Claudia's picture right next to it. Their life is perfect, their relationship is perfect. You know, they're never gonna own up to any flaws they have or any insecurities.
No.
You didn't try to make it seem like they were angels.
Let's be clear now.
Time out, because I have not put you on the spot not one time.
Put me on the
And look, this is best friend, I don't even know what you
You're a
said.
little angel and you not.
The way you were talking about how you can't leave your son for a day insinuated that we don't feel the same way about our kids.
Y'all are stay-at-home moms. You don't work. Girl,
be
I'm
real.
not. What am I trying to portray?
You and your little perfect persona you trying to play. I just don't understand why she can't just act like a real person. You're stay-at-home moms and, excuse you.
But that's the thing. She thinks she is superior. How are you gonna try to place yourself above us because you're...
But I
No,
didn't.
but you did.
Maybe at the beach I was like, I felt attacked and I was latching out because I got defensive, but I didn't.
But I'm sorry, but
If she could just be real and apologize, who can't apologize? Like, my 2-year-old can do that. My 2-year-old can be like, I'm sorry. Even something as simple as you being late, you couldn't own up to that.
Yeah, I am late, but like,
No, you're like, I am, but that's what I'm
because
saying.
what is the problem?
You're saying,
Everybody.
I'm sorry, but.
because she thinks she's perfect, she is not. So if you're doing a mistake, all you gotta say is, I am sorry. Forget the but.
But we have a question from Twitter. Claudia, you clearly have more money than everyone. I know Julius is a Hall of Famer and has had big contracts. Do you think that you're better than everyone else because you're with Julius Peppers?
No, I never said ever that I'm above anybody. Actually, looking back on this season, I feel like I apologized way too much. Nobody on here knows my story. You can go online and you could read a blog and you can interpret that however you want to interpret it. But I was a single mom. I was 18 years old having a baby by myself. So when I'm around people that I don't trust, that I dislike, why would I go and share part of my real life with people that honestly, clearly don't give a...
On the beach, Claudia, you disrespected everybody sitting on this couch. You were just making this big deal about your nanny and how, like, I don't know, because I was half-ass listening, but you was just making this big-ass deal about it, like as if we aren't all moms in the room as well.
If I want to fly with my nanny and my child, I don't think that I have to get anybody's permission or
nobody
feel
asked
anybody.
for your permission.
But can I talk? Because when you were speaking,
nobody
I was
asked
very
for your
quiet.
You're gonna speak, but nobody
give me the
asked for
same
your
respect
permission.
so that when I'm talking and getting my point across, I can finish it without constantly being interrupted.
What's your point, Claudia?
As soon as I walked in that room, I said, so y'all already got the party started. And everybody asked me about my situation.
Who is everybody, bitch? I didn't ask you nothing
Why are you calling me a bitch, though? Like, please.
I feel like it. But listen, you started off saying that you feel like you never made anybody feel below you. When we went to Bimini and you decided to leave, Astrid came to the table and said she feels she's below you because you have more Instagram followers, you get more shine than her.
And she's only in school.
Yes, you did.
I feel like she does get more shine than I do. Talking about Limelight. I never said, oh, I feel below her.
We weren't talking about Limelight.
Yes, that's what we were talking about.
No, because we went on talking about you have degrees and you're doing this and you're doing that. The
I said I chose a different path.
Astrid, damn, I'm trying to give you compliments and you can't even take them.
You
I
can't
even give you a compliment because I'm having a disagreement with Claudia.
Do you feel like you had her back too much sometimes?
I feel like all the girls weren't able to separate us. And because of that, when she's not there and people are talking bad about her, I'm not just gonna let it fly over my head.
Speaking of which, throughout the season, Claudia and Astrid had each other's back. Let's take a look at their relationship.
You've never kissed another girl?
No.
Never, ever?
Never.
Like, if I were to have a girl, I would go for somebody like Claudia, like a bad bitch.
Claudia's her type.
That's so awkward.
Oh, she went straight down.
You can at least kiss her in the mouth.
I love Astrid. If I could have a girl, female soulmate, that would be Astrid. Does your JJ have a 5 o'clock shadow on it? Are you sure? I don't believe it. Let me see.
Oh my God, you're so
see it. Let me see it.
On the right side. You're not gonna Claudia.
They're gonna think I'm a lesbian. Oh my gosh, your ass looks great.
You always gotta put like words
you're
in
always
people's mouths.
I'm not even talking to you, Astrid.
I know they're talking.
So just
She always jumping in. Is she on the payroll too? Golly. So it's kind of like Astrid is Claudia's puppet, but it's like weird though because Claudia ain't got no thoughts. Astrid got all the thoughts.
Like, you know, I basically feel disrespected.
So I don't know how that work out, but it works for them.
Oh, I love us. I love us so
Twitter
much.
question for you two.
Yes.
Astrid, you seem like you have a little crush on Claudia. Am I imagining this?
No, you're right.
Hold on, I'm not finished.
Oh.
Have you ever hooked up?
Oh my God, who asked that? I think I did see this somewhere. No, we've never hooked up. It's funny that people could think that we even have that kind of attraction towards each other just because our friendship just radiates so much love and so much loyalty. I was able to find an amazing friend in her, an amazing person, and I'm happy we're here. We're going strong.
I do feel like their relationship is a little weird. I do feel like you put her before yourself sometimes, a lot of times.
If she wants to be that way, why does it bother you?
I mean, because...
It don't bother. It doesn't bother her. It's just that we see her potential.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I told her, and I'm angry at her because don't you ever let me hear you downplay yourself for that woman ever again. I told you that, and you agreed with me. When in Bimini that night, I overheard you talking to her and putting her not only above yourself, but above every other woman on this panel. That pissed me off because basically, what you did was say, this show would be nothing without you. And then you're here, and then we're all
I don't think she listened to the same
I ain't nobody
story.
tell you about your thoughts. I'm not asking you about your thoughts. I'm telling
but
you
I'm not telling you about your thoughts. I'm telling
dinner.
Astrid.
When
So
she
maybe
came
you
in
should
for
hear
dinner,
what I'm
when she
saying
came
because
in
you
for
always
dinner
gotta
and
run
I
your...
was upset. You purple people eater. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to her ass.
Ladies, we are going to take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WAGS Miami, the reunion show. It seems like there is a pecking order in the world of WAGS. What is your pecking order?
There's an obvious hierarchy, and I think that people are led to believe, oh, okay, so if you have a ring, then you're above this person, you're above. I was the only one with the ring coming in. I let every girl know, listen, I will never put myself before you because I have a ring. As you can see, I didn't hold the ring at that high regard. Oh, I have a ring, so that means that I am here and you're here. Like, I would never judge, doesn't it?
That sounds familiar.
I would never judge a woman based off a piece of jewelry.
Hinta, why is that familiar?
Because Claudia had mentioned something about her man being there and everybody's man being there, and I thought that was very shallow because she doesn't have a ring, so what is she talking about?
Does that matter?
Actually,
I was
Julius
confused.
and I just got engaged.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. So I wanted to, share that with you guys. Not in this way, but
I thought the relationship was
we just got engaged.
Does that make you the top WAG now?
No,
the alpha WAG?
of course. It just makes me happy, honestly.
She got a shut up ring.
Shut up, ring.
Talk. What was that? Ash?
Huh, what?
Yeah, I heard something whispering.
I mean, congratulations, Claudia.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Here's what I'm noticing. Claudia reveals that she's engaged.
I said congratulations.
And something happened.
I don't think anybody has any qualms about that. That's a beautiful thing. Don't look over there at her.
I'm looking at her. So why are you always watching me? Let me look at Ashley. Let me look at her.
What you mean always watching you? That's your problem. Let me school you real quick. Let me tell you something. What?
We're in school. We're paying attention.
Yeah, bitch, listen.
Good. Be in school. You good at that. Yeah, because you're still in there right now.
Follow.
Right?
Listen.
Okay.
Yes. Only one here with a master's level education.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, okay, bitch, I got a degree and I didn't have to have a football team to get there.
Yeah. Shut up.
Anyway, I made sure not to make other women feel like they were below me. So it's very comical whenever I hear little remarks like, well, I'm the only one on this panel with a master's level education. Get the out of here, yo. That's lame to me. That's not being
something
a
that
real
holds
woman.
pride.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to this man right
But
here.
you're talking about
Yeah, I am.
You're
Bitch, I ain't talking to you either.
Darnell?
What? I'm talking to Ursula over here.
I know. We're trying to get to the bottom of it.
I feel that everybody comes at me for how I phrase things or how I come off, but I get to that point because you guys provoke me to get to that
Girl,
point.
you a grown-ass woman. Nobody provoked you to do anything.
People provoke me, trust me.
At the beginning, me and Hensha didn't provoke you. We were actually had a nice conversation.
Yeah, and then you lied, obviously.
Hold on, Hensha, what did she lie about?
The love of my life. I was in a relationship with him for 3 years. I walked in on his cousins talking, and they were like, hey, do you know a girl named Claudia? I was like, I don't know. They're like, she's in Taz Angels, this escort group. You're an escort, and my ex-boyfriend, he bought your twat. When we were together, I knew he was dating her. And her.
Which
So
one
he
is
flew her
it?
out, he
Which
paid
one
for
is
her.
it? Did
He
he
bought
date
her
me or
stuff.
was he
Then he came after me, and I was like, I don't want you
So
anymore. I'm good now.
why are you so mad at Claudia and not at
Because
him?
she's a liar.
And not at him.
She went on national TV and had the nerves to say it was 6 years ago just to make herself look good because she might have been paralleling Julius and some other guys. So that got me super mad. I was like, 6 years? It was 3 years and a half ago. You really typoed things in your mind.
Julius has been in Green Bay for 3 years. We started dating before he moved to Green Bay. I moved to Green Bay with him for the season. So how will I be in Green Bay with my 7-year-old daughter going to school, flying to Paris, flying to Morocco with my man in Green Bay?
That's for you to tell us, sweetie.
Right.
Tell me what happened 6 years ago.
So it really happened 4 years ago.
Okay, tell me what happened
Halloween,
4 years ago.
A year before I met Julius. I was at Dream hosting my job at the time, and this guy was just there at another table, and
She was selling it to him. He told me.
I was with him that entire month in Miami, driving his car, which, by the way, she never keyed.
So
that was a lie.
Yes, I did key the car.
Girl, I was driving the car.
Damn, you lie so much, girl.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
Shut up. Shut up.
So
You're just a hoe that got saved.
Hensha, stop. Claudia, tell me what we're talking about.
We're talking about my ring and how I just got engaged and my life is perfect.
I would have let people know what you did to get that ring. So shut up.
Stop.
What did I do?
Stop.
What did I do?
Hensha,
I
stop,
kept the man
please.
happy. I kept the man happy. Something that you should need a lesson in, obviously.
He paid you, honey.
Hensha.
When I was with him,
Hensha.
his cousins were talking
No.
about you. They asked me how much
Really?
you were.
Because
How much are you? How much was your
Girl.
price?
Hensha, I'm going to ask security to come here in a second.
How much did he pay you?
Hensha,
I want to
Hensha,
know.
I think the Philadelphia Eagles were easier than this.
Okay, so then I have a question for Hensha. If I'm just a hoe that gets ran through in an escort, why did the love of your life leave you to get with an escort?
Because he
If
paid
could've-
you.
So he could have me, paid me, and kept it moving
So
and
that's
been
what I
with
want to
you.
know. Like,
And been with you, but he didn't.
Yes, he did.
But
He came
didn't.
back to me. I didn't accept him.
When?
When he came back to me, he told me
After I
about
was
you.
like,
He
so
told
a
me.
guy drops you on
He
your
told-
ass
he
to
came
get with
after
me,
me.
then
You
comes back
obviously
after I
weren't
leave
worth
him.
it. You weren't
and
worth
then
it.
comes back after I leave him, and of course he's gonna tell you lies.
Men don't lie about buying vagina. It's embarrassing. Of
course
you
not. Men
sold
don't
it
lie.
and he
Hensha,
bought it.
Hensha, ladies, let's not
Oh my
argue. We are
goodness,
going
girl,
to take a break
stop.
and cool down a little bit. Welcome back to the WAGS Miami Reunion Show. I'm Tiki Barber, and I'm here with the WAGS of Miami. This season, we've seen Darnell go on an emotional roller coaster, from getting engaged to breaking up with Rashad and giving her engagement ring back to him. Let's take a look.
It's the one.
Yeah?
Like, it ain't no need to look at nothing else.
Really?
Nah, that's it.
My life is nice, it's perfect. I never dreamt I would meet a guy, fall in love, have a baby. And to have that, it's everything.
Oh my, it's gorgeous.
So beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you.
Teacher says, so excited for the engagement party.
You know we ain't doing that though, right? Nah, that's it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Rashad canceled the engagement party.
Girl, what?
Things with Rashad and I, they're not good.
That's Rashad in there. He's in that last cabana right there.
He didn't know you were here?
I didn't know he was here either. We haven't talked. I have given this relationship everything I have for over 4 years. And it hurts me that after all of this time, he's like, you know what? I'm out. Like, throws me away like I'm nothing.
Rashad asked for my engagement ring back.
The ring? Yeah, he wanted it back. He doesn't understand the damage he has done by saying, I need that ring back.
Little girls grow up thinking that getting a ring leads to happily ever after. But right now, I really don't believe in happily ever after anymore.
Go back in there. I'm out. Like, I'm so okay. I'm in a great place, but that's hard.
How hard was it to give the ring back?
That wasn't hard at all. Because that was a symbol. Once you tell me there's nothing behind that symbol anymore, you want that back, then okay, that's cool. The hard part is saying, okay, how do I start to detach my heart? What do I tell my baby?
Do you still feel this a little bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's always gonna be hard, but the important thing is that not just that you did this to me, but that you did it to me in front of the world. You can't come back from that.
That ring, though, should she have given it back?
7 carats.
I know. Should she?
But
Should she have given it back?
In some states, you don't have to, right?
I know.
I know. I see that a lot. A lot of people are like, "Well, I wouldn't give it back. I use it to start my business." No, I'll give that ring back, and I will struggle all the way from the bottom just to say everything that I have, I work for.
Are you dating?
Dating? Ooh, define dating.
I don't know. Hey, Darnell, you want to go to dinner?
Well, I got
I mean,
in a
the
lot
bitch
of people
like to
that
eat.
hit me up for her. I haven't told you that,
My
but
friends
I was
got
like,
hit up for her too.
I got in at least
I mean, well,
5
you told me.
requests
Well,
for
you
her.
told me one.
Yeah, I thought, but you got like way more.
I'm just funny. I'm very particular. I don't know. It has to be something special.
What do you need in a man?
I have protection issues. So I need a man where I feel safe. And honesty is very important.
Your current man provides that?
I don't have a current man. Tiki Barber.
All right. Getting an athlete for most WAGs is only the start. Keeping an athlete is a whole nother story, especially in a city with as many distractions as Miami. Let's take a look.
Has he like stepped out on you since y'all been in Miami?
What you mean stepped out?
Like cheated on you?
Cheating is definitely something that is not uncommon in the WAGS life.
I have something to tell you, but I want to tell you in private.
About my man, Mike?
Yeah, a little.
I don't want to know about it.
He's like, why are you going through my phone? Like, I don't go through your phone. I said, well, you can go through my phone.
I better have that passcode. I better have.
I have access to my man's everything. I have every password. I have iCloud backup access. Like, I got this.
He has 2 phones. I'm like, what do you have 2 phones for? You don't run a business?
It's for like the fans and stuff. The wrong fans.
I made him change his number.
I need one for like.
And I broke the phone.
Oh, cheers to breaking phones.
Cheers to breaking phones.
I mean, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
Vanessa, you got to do what a girl's got to do.
Good Lord.
When Hensha told you about what Mike may or may not have been up to, why didn't you want to hear it?
I didn't know Hensha, and as I said on the show, it's more so of the source, and she was claiming to be my friend and have my best interest as a friend, and I disagree with that. And so if I feel like I don't want to hear something because of the source, then that's it.
Hensha, why did you feel like you needed to tell her?
Me knowing this information and not tell you, it's not my personality and not my character.
So maybe you
But
gotta.
you shouldn't even be addressing this woman because you
No,
stole a
but
man
I'm-
from
but
somebody.
I'm-
So
I'm asking-
you're just like the girl that's doing it to her.
Welcome back to the WAGS Miami Reunion Show. Claudia, what's your question?
I'm just saying, if she sees what a good place Mike and Vanessa's relationship is now, why wouldn't she go check this girl that's supposedly talking to her man instead of bringing that to light in such an inappropriate
Because
situation?
nobody had to check your ass.
I think it was just some TV time. I think she didn't have a story and she needed some TV
Girl,
time.
you done side check many girls.
So she tried to come up on you, and that was it.
Vanessa, how do you feel about this?
I appreciate her telling me this information, but like I said before, when that information was given to me, I didn't feel it was given to me with my best interests in mind. It's already out. We had our altercation. She's past it, I'm past it, and it's something for Mike and I to just, we're a work in progress. There's ups and downs. Sometimes I'm not talking to him for a week or whatever because we just need to do us.
I'm going to move on from this, but I have to ask this question. Is this an open relationship?
Do we have, no, right?
What are you thinking?
I don't want to say we have an open relationship. I say that when we started dating, when I was 19, I told him, if you do anything, I just don't want to find out. But that's it. I'm not FaceTime in the morning. I'm like, make sure you be good, wrap it up. No, that's not our relationship.
All right. We still have a lot to cover, so let's get into it. Tempers flared, issues were worked out, and a lot of gossip was exchanged. At the center of it seemed to be one person. Let's find out who stirred the pot this season.
Girl, I
What's
got
happening?
a mouthful for you. You ready?
Don't you always? The truth is, Ashley can't really hold water sometimes. So if you're going to say something in front of her, be prepared to hear it again.
Girl, you won't believe what Vanessa showed me. My mouth gets me in trouble. My mouth, because I speak before I think.
Why are you checking for me?
I didn't check.
Why are you
Somebody else
checking
told
for
me
me?
about the
Who?
boo. Vanessa did, actually. Vanessa did.
Okay, if I show you something again, will that come out in another conversation?
No. Ashley loves to gossip. You have to be careful what you say, because Petty Betty will come out, and it's just like drama.
Do you know Claudia? We kind of dated the same person at the same time. Like
At the same time?
Yeah. I was like, girl, you stole my man.
Wow. What you talking about though? But don't say it though. But what you talking about though?
Are you a stirrer?
No.
What do you call that then?
I call that trying to get down to the bottom of it, you know?
Are you guys okay with that? Stirring it up?
Me, from my personal experience, that's why I think I was so reserved and wasn't as open moving forward, because the first thing that I was actually open to you about, which was my drama with Hensha, I feel that all got blown up and taken out of context and made this whole entire drama, which is what I was trying to avoid from the start.
Do you feel bad that you caused this drama?
No.
Because you got
No.
each other at each other's throats.
How I got each other at each other's throats?
Because you're stirring the pot.
I'm not stirring the pot. I'm being real. Like, I don't know how else to be. So if they want to be fake, they got to go be fake somewhere else.
Amen.
You're saying be how you want to be, feel how you feel, and then every time somebody tries to be themselves, you got a problem with it.
Bitch, you ain't been yourself since you came out your mama coochie.
Let me clutch my pearls.
You imitating everything I got, bitch. You imitating the hair in your head. You imitating the lips, all of that. Like, girl,
You got lips there. Where they at? You got
Yes, bitch. Those are black woman lips that you imitating. That's a black ass that you imitating.
You want to talk about teeth?
Just like you with a black man, boo. You imitating everything I got. So don't come for me, boo.
Okay,
Yeah, let's talk about
tone
that.
it
You
down.
imitating
Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down.
Talking about your man.
Bring it down.
These people are so obnoxious.
Just tune them out. Seriously, like why?
Yeah, like totally.
Bitch, you might want to tune me in so you can keep a spot on this show.
Hold on. Astrid, do you feel like you need to protect her?
I do feel like with this group of people, I do need to protect her. I do feel that. But I don't think, like, I feel like if everybody gave her a chance and they would be able to see the fun Claudia.
But I've done that. I've done that. I've let my guard down around Claudia completely. I've given her a chance. And then I have seen how I have said one thing and she will throw a low blow at my ass that will knock me off my feet.
You guys, everybody here is a
The
queen of low blows.
entire season
too.
has been
Everybody's
low
queen
blows
ratchet,
at me
queen
left
low
and
blows.
right.
Okay, yeah, but your name isn't Claudia. And that's your problem. You want us to separate you two, but you can't separate you two.
That's it right
and that's
there.
a perfect example.
That mother part.
Listen, I'm not gonna get as worked up as you. Obviously, something
I'm
is
not worked up,
bothering
baby.
you.
I just asked you a
Obviously,
question.
something is bothering you. I've never downplayed the fact that my
something
parents
is
helped me.
bothering me. Would you
Okay,
like to know what it is?
We could
Because
talk
I can
about
give
it.
you
Yeah,
a
we
full
could talk
story.
Okay, we could talk about it.
Okay, great. Our first green screen after Croatia. We had a very good conversation about how you don't want to just like side with her and be in between all the mess anymore. You said, I want to start fresh. 2 hours later, you went home and wrote a whole post about, well, people just be jealous and they do this and that and I'm like, bro, we just had a really good conversation about how you loved everybody. So that leads me to believe that when you're away from her, we're really good friends. Once she's involved, you're a completely different person.
Okay.
I don't respect that.
Okay.
And
can I
I can't trust that.
Okay. I did have this conversation with Darnell. Everything she said was right. I felt like Hensha and I were in a good place. And my parents and my friends are telling me, dude, this is not good for you.
So you mean to tell me
that's when I went,
we've
my
been
mom
back,
asked me.
we've been,
yes.
okay, so you
Yeah,
live
I
with
left
your
the
mama,
green
right?
screen and my mom
so
said, how did
we've
it
been
go?
home for 4 days now, and you haven't talked to your mama in 4 days. You have a very good conversation with me. You leave.
Yes,
you go
I
back
did.
To your
I did.
mama's
I
house
spoke
where
to
you
my
live,
mom. I spoke
and
to my
you
mom.
had that conversation.
Yes,
and
I
you
did.
decided to make
I
a
did, my
post
mom.
about
Yes,
it.
I did.
That's lame.
Okay, you're lame for not letting me talk.
Listen, bitch, I don't take nobody serious who ain't never paid an electricity bill. Don't play
But you
with
got
me,
an
okay?
allowance. What are you talking about?
What?
You got an allowance from Rashad, and when he
Bitch, you
said,
really want to
"Give
talk
me
about
that,"
where
when
money
he
comes
said,
from?
once that ring came off, it was let's go find a place to live because you're on the street. Because you're on the street. Because you're on the street.
What?
Okay.
Are you serious? You know I have a little girl, and you know that man is doing some dirty ass to me. For you to open up your mouth and say, that's why you're gonna be on the street, that's the lowest thing that could ever come out of your
First
mouth.
of all,
And I'm
I didn't
so
say-
sorry
Remember what you
for
said
what
before
I'm
this?
not talking to you.
You had said
I'm
something
talking to
about
her.
me before that.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her.
You're so scandalous today.
You are.
Oh, I'm
Crazy.
scandalous
Yeah,
today,
you're
bitch.
too
You
much.
don't know scandalous. You don't want that from me. You have no idea. You have no idea. Excuse me? What?
You look like you're in a bad place. You're acting out.
Bitch, you just pulled somebody's hair out and you talking about I'm acting out? Oh, really? Because I stood up? No, because that involves my child. And if she's opening up her mouth talking about me being on the street, You out your goddamn mind.
You had said
Astrid.
Bitch, please, you do not want me to talk about families.
Don't answer
Trust.
don't answer for
Neither
Claudia.
of you.
Don't answer for Claudia. Claudia, we have an
What?
Instagram question
What
for
is
you.
it, Tiki?
Claudia, I saw those pictures of you on the internet. You were naked. You never
Yes, I was.
explained why you posed naked. Did you do Playboy or something?
So those pictures, it was a test shoot for Playboy. But when I saw those pictures, I thought to myself, you're just starting off. You can get a way bigger payout for Playboy if you wait to do Playboy later on in your career. So I never touched those pictures. They were never put out. Years later, I wanted to do a really cool coffee table book for my boyfriend. I wanted to add a bunch of my photo shoots. And, I wanted to do something more risque. So I went back to the photographer.
So tell me about the coffee book. Did Julius like it?
I never went through with the coffee book, actually, because I couldn't find a publishing company.
No, it wasn't for Julius, the coffee table book. It was for her boyfriend before that. So it wasn't for Julius.
So it wasn't for Julius?
No, it wasn't for Julius. It was for my boyfriend before that.
But you didn't own it at the time. Why not?
But that's not true.
Why not?
When it was brought up in the context of me as a mother.
That wasn't the only thing you said. You were talking about these pictures that you were trying to take, but you didn't want to take them, but you wanted to take them because you were trying to build your confidence back. Your reasoning to everything was, oh, well, because I'm a mom and I do things different now because I'm different now and blah, 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 and I'm a mom. And I'm like, okay, well, you were a mom when you took those pictures. It was all confusing and it didn't really make sense because I look on your Instagram and you're butt naked on your Instagram and I was just asking you about it and then you started getting defensive and then you start.
But that's what you do though.
Yeah,
you
was like, and I'll wipe my ass with the show. Like, you just
you'll
start
go
saying
all
stuff.
the way to the goddamn gutter.
Like, I don't care. If you want to take pictures, that's fine. I'm not judging you because you took pictures. I don't care what you do with your body.
Maybe your
or what you
delivery,
do.
though, your delivery sometimes makes people get defensive. It makes me become defensive.
I mean,
and that
I
was
said
my
it just
first
like I
photo
said now.
shoot.
I said, but you were a mom when you took the
I know.
pictures. I didn't yell it at you. I wasn't screaming
I mean,
at
no,
you.
I think they cut a lot of
they
lot
cut
of
a
things
lot
off
of
from
you,
that
like
scene.
doing all this, but I was calm.
No,
You
I
were
don't-
very defensive.
Do you regret
remember.
taking the pictures?
Yeah, definitely. I do regret taking the pictures. So I think that, don't take any naked pictures unless you would mind other people seeing them.
That's a good way to leave it. Now, I think we all have dictionaries. It does not have the word ratchet in it. What does ratchet mean?
In my country, ratchet is like, you're a cockroach, you're a rat, you're the scum under my shoes, like, bitch, you're ratchet.
So how are you Queen Ratchet, Ashley?
Well, ask them because they crowned me
another
Queen
thing.
Ratchet, so you should ask them.
Why is she Queen Ratchet?
Because from the first episode, she said, I'm going to show you Ratchet. So I just figured that's what she was showing me all along.
No, you labeled me first.
Yeah,
You labeled me a
I
ratchet-ass
did.
bitch.
And then you
Why?
agreed and said
Why?
that. 'cause
Why?
you got all up in my face.
So you've never gotten up in anybody's face?
So she got to be
No,
ratchet.
I normally don't. I normally don't.
You normally don't, but you
Usually-
do, and you have.
No,
so you're a ratchet ass bitch too,
when
bitch.
somebody,
you
oh
are.
yeah, I act ratchet. I said
Yeah.
ratchet by
Yeah,
association.
you're ratchet.
When I mean ratchet, I'm describing a
Hello,
behavior.
ratchet
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
It's
describe it and
like the way
define
you
it.
conduct yourself in public, the way you behave, the way that you act.
Well, you just
That's
as
what I'm
ratchet
saying.
as me then, Asher.
When have you seen me act
When
crazy
did
and
you-
ratchet in public?
All the time. What you mean? On TV, it's millions of. That's public as hell. You was about to be in a brawl.
What you mean about to be? I mean, she done
You
damn near pulled her
were.
hair out.
Exactly. So you're just as ratchet.
Okay, yeah,
so,
we're all ratchet.
crown your-
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
Can we agree that we're all ratchet in here?
Yeah.
All right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Hensha,
Yes, Tiki.
question from Instagram.
Yeah.
You claim that you always look like the bad guy,
Yeah.
but you say you're just misunderstood.
Yeah.
But you like to fight. What gives?
Well, yeah, I'm crazy, and I know I'm crazy. I embrace my craziness. I feel like it's part of me, and some people love me for it. Some people hate me for it.
Have you ever just let something go?
Yeah, I let a lot of things go. I'll fight with somebody, and then I'll be cool. I forgive, but I don't forget. I'm very revengeful.
Now, a lot of what happens, a lot of these fights that happen
Yeah.
are because of how you say things.
Yeah.
You're very direct.
I'm very direct, and that's the problem, but it's like, that's how my mind is set up. The only situation out of the whole season that I feel that I did something wrong was the Vanessa situation, because I did say it on the table, and it did sound maleficent.
Malicious.
Malicious.
Is a movie. A Disney movie.
Who is that?
Y'all know what
It
she
did
meant.
sound malicious,
Damn it.
but it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't malicious, and I wasn't trying to break anybody up. Like, I admire women that stay together with their families because I didn't have that.
I say that all
When
the
I
time.
yell at people or do this crazy stuff, I go home, I'm like, why did I do that?
Now, Vanessa, Astrid, you guys know the crazy. You guys had run-ins with Henshaw. Do you give her the benefit of the doubt? Or do you hold her accountable?
Yeah, I think I held her accountable to our situation. She shared her story, I shared my story, and we've closed that chapter and now we're moving on. I do feel like there's sometimes some bipolar tendencies, and I don't know if it's bipolar, if it's the past or what, but it does make me sometimes look, keep both eyes open. We need to be just like more understanding of each other. We need to stay more in curiosity and not judgment. I think the first thing we get to is just like judging the person. But I think if we let our guards down and really get to know the true us, maybe it could blossom to something better.
Ladies, we had a lot of questions for you, and so we want to thank you for answering them. Season 1 was tough, but you guys survived.
So I did.
And there will be a season 2. Cheers to Miami.
Cheers from afar.